Try to bear with us with the choppiness. And yeah, just go ahead, take it away.
Okay, I apologize. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was such an intro. Hopefully, it's a little bit smoother for you all. I was trying to hop on Wi-Fi, hop off, but nonetheless, I'll just start by saying it's just an honor to be a part of this beautiful, beautiful group of people and herbal enthusiasts and teachers and healers who have come together to create such a wealth of information and knowledge for us all. I'm grateful when Herbal reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to be a part of it? It just, one, put me into something that I haven't done before. So speaking in conference form has been something very new to me. But with that, I know that for me, I'll start by saying, my little spiel in the beginning. I didn't know my background culturally other than this, chocolate girl from Fredericksburg, Virginia. I probably after college was on this journey of trying to find who I am, living in the US, but being just so expressive and deep and intense. I never really felt like Virginia. So I decided post college, went to school for massage therapy to just up and journey and somewhat run around the world to just feel and experience. So I craved community. I'm one of those people who really, really just wanted to feel the wholeness of being a part of a community that was sustainable and grew their own food and had this cultural understanding and this wealth of knowledge. I just wanted to be a part of it all. So I wanted to find my roots and I wanted to find more of what felt like me. So I guess I'll start out with who I am from those of you who don't know me after my spiel of thankfulness. My name is Jazmyn Butler. I am a 20 something for another 3 weeks. I have a birthday this month. I'm soon to be 30, mama of two. I have a boy and a girl, Blaze and Nova. I have a beautiful partner, and I just love to learn. I have a background in massage therapy. I went to school and got certified as a massage therapist. On the beginning parts of my post-school journey, I did a bunch of organic farming. So I traveled up and down the West or the East Coast to try to learn more about natural ways of eating and growing our food. I wanted to get my hands in the soil and just be a part of the earth. So I got a really beautiful understanding from organic farming. And then that led me to my journey of herbalism. And being an herbalist. So I am an herbalist. I call myself a bush medicine mama. I got a lot of my understandings in my travels closer to the equator. So that's me. I decided to take this opportunity to share what I know or bits of what I know because I have a structured amount of time in a mind, body, soul approach. So I am someone that got catapulted into my journey of herbalism through health. I had a lot of things that were off. I had a big bout of anxiety, a lot of just as a woman imbalances. I had thyroid issues. And I really wanted to just figure out what health or healthy was and get back to my body. So within that journey, I decided to go vegan. And in my plant-based journey, I'm what you call a bit of an extremist. And I decided to venture into the alkaline vegan realm. And it was really good for me because not only did it teach me discipline, but it opened me up to this world of herbalism accompanying diet or the way that you eat. So with that, I came across this very tall, bald-headed, Honduran, outspoken, intelligent man by the name of Dr. Sebi. And he taught me that the body could heal itself. And once I started to have more of an understanding about the body healing itself, I grew comfortable in just diving into herbs as a pair with the way that I ate. So Sebi was a pinnacle of understanding for me in my journey. And crazy old Jazmyn decided that she was gonna go run off to Honduras. I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but in my path of understanding at this time, he had already transitioned. I'm not gonna cry on this live, y'all, or not live, this conference. He had already transitioned, and I said, you know what, that's okay. I'm going to go back to the tropics, or go to the tropics, because this was the start of my journey. Oh, it's okay that I cried. Thank you, Angelica. There's space for all the emotions here. So I ended up going to Honduras, and I visited Usha. I didn't stay at Usha, but I ended up being in Honduras for 7 years. Oh, gosh, 7 years, 7 months. I was there for 7 months in Honduras. It is a paradise of tropical plants, beautiful people. I learned my first bits of Spanish speaking there, and it was just a new world for me. And with that, I stayed at a retreat center of sorts by a wonderful, powerful teacher, a man named Carrie. And Carrie used to work in Sebi's kitchen. And when we first got there, he said, this is all alkaline. You're coming here to heal. And what happens in my kitchen will not be disturbed. So upon arrival, he made this beautiful herbal drink called, or what he refers to as the Omeka. And the Omeka is a bunch of alkaline herbs that he put in this big old pot on this stove, I guess. It wasn't really a stove, but it was a outdoor cooking space with the fire and the kindling and the wood and this big old stainless steel pot. And I just saw him throwing the herbs in, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like something in me was like, oh, what is this now, you know? So I believe that the ancestors were bubbling up in me and showing me a bit of my future, but I was just interested. I was in love immediately. So of that drink, the Omeka, I'm gonna try to make this as sensory as possible. I bought a bunch of the herbs that I'll start to talk about, but the first herb in that wonderful mix was called, oh, it doesn't want to go on the back. It is called Cheney root. Cheney root. Also, I'll hold it up for a little bit. Also known as cocoa mecca in Latin America. Now, Cheney root is one of my favorite herbs. Cheney root is a potent blood cleanser. It cleanses the blood, it removes toxins from the blood, and it thins the blood. So if you're someone that has high blood pressure, Cheney root is wonderful for you because through the blood thinning, it lowers your blood pressure. Now, when we're talking herbs that help with cleansing the blood, that automatically helps with skin issues and skin eruptions. And that goes into psoriasis and eczema. Let's see, what else? Acne, any type of skin irritations, Cheney root is gonna really get in there and start to clear those up. So here's my Cheney root. I have a bunch back there. I figured I would keep some in the back for keeps, but this is Cheney root. Now it is a straight up root. Okay, here, I'll show you a few. It's beautiful, it's strong. If you look at the color of it, it's this deep brown, almost reddish color. So that tells you that it deals with the blood. And Cheney root is a root that is the root of wild yam. So wild yam is amazing for women. It's a really potent herb. And in women, it helps if you need sexual assistance. It moistens the body and helps with that. Wild yam is an aphrodisiac. But Cheney root as the root of the plant, which is very hard to get up, might I say, because I did a lot of foraging in Honduras. That's where I got my start to foraging. And baby, it does not want to come up. You have to give it some love and talk to it for it to get up off the ground. But Cheney root is just very, very powerful. It was in that blend. Cheney root brings oxygen to the body. It's anti-inflammatory. It's anti-cancer. It gets rid of ulcers in the body. It helps with high cholesterol. So if you're someone that has high cholesterol, what Cheney root as an herb does is rids the buildup of plaque within the arteries. I mean, this is a powerful herb, you guys. So Cheney root is absolutely amazing. In parasite cleansing, if you combine Cheney root with wormwood and black walnut hull, which are two alkaline herbs, the three of those together are amazing in parasite detoxing and cleansing. And that was the first herb that was in Olmeca, which was his roots tonic. He referred to it as Olmeca. In Jamaica, they refer to it as roots tonic. It's also an herbal elixir in some places. And like I said, it's in this big old pot. It's on the stove with whatever you're, making it in. And it boils on low. It's a decoction. So it boils a bit on low heat for 1 to 2 hours. And then it's able to sit. You let it sit and steep a little longer. And then it's strained. And it's this deep red color. It's beautiful. It's intense. There is no sugar. There is no honey. There is no agave. You take that thing and it's powerful. And it gave me energy like no other. The second herb that I want to talk about is running out of room on my board. Perfect, I'm out of space. Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla. Okay, and sarsaparilla, hold it. I have to remember to keep this up so you guys can go back and look into these beautiful, beautiful potent plant medicine later. Sarsaparilla quite literally saved my life. So I was pregnant. I was gonna tell this story later in my preparation, but don't worry about it. I was pregnant with my little one, Blaze, first baby. And my iron was on the floor. It was very, very low. I was anemic, like a lot of our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brown women. And they were like, baby, if you don't get this iron together, I don't think that we can have this baby naturally or at home. So, of course, I do my digging and I decide to start taking sarsaparilla tea while pregnant, twice a day. When I tell you my iron completely changed, in a matter of like 2 or 3 weeks. It was amazing. It was amazing to me. Sarsaparilla, according to Sabi, has the highest amount of iron in any plant. And I agree with that personally as my own or in my own journey of herbal medicine, 100%. It was life-changing. It's one thing to create something for your friends and your family, but when your start comes from healing yourself with herbs, it's powerful because you can see how it all comes together. So sarsaparilla is also within Omega, or our roots tonic, when it comes to cleansing the blood. And I'll show you 2 different types of sarsaparilla. So I don't know if I should show y'all in my hand or in here. So this is Jamaican sarsaparilla. It's a little bit thinner, but I'll have that in comparison with Mexican sarsaparilla, which is spelled with a Z. Now it's the same plant, just a different type of sarsaparilla, all the same bits. You see the Jamaican is a little thinner, and then the Mexican sarsaparilla has like, it's thicker, but sarsaparilla is amazing, very high in iron. It has saponins, which protect the liver and help with reducing inflammation in the body. Sarsaparilla is great for PMS, hypertension, if you have high blood pressure. It's wonderful for migraines if you get really bad headaches. Sarsaparilla and rosemary in a tea or in a decoction, amazing. We'll wipe it out completely. I don't know what the magic behind it is, those 2 together, but it's a match made in heaven. So all of these herbs would go into the pot. It depends what you're going through or what you're needing, but balm of Gilead, Ramoon, which is a Jamaican herb, strongback, which is a Jamaican herb, and it's basically Jamaican, they call it Jamaican Viagra, which, and it is, papaya leaf, sage, it all goes into this pot. And Roots Tonic is so amazing. I try to make it weekly. I give it to myself. I take maybe like a half a cup or a cup every day. I give it to my kids. I put it in smoothies. It's so powerful. So that was my Honduras journey. That was my awakening into plant medicine. And that was the mind portion of this segment that I have with you. They opened up my mind to a different way of thinking and feeling and eating, but also working with plants. And there's such a strong heritage in Honduras. I was in Sambo Creek with the Garifuna people who came from Haiti to Honduras. Beautiful, brown-skinned, cultural, deep. They utilize medicine for their healing. Ain't no big old hospitals over there. Like, they have this very potent cultural connection, as so many different cultures do. So I love it. And that was my start of kind of coming into herbs in my life. So moving on to the body. So at this point, I'm in Mexico. A few years later, I'm in Mexico. I'm in Chiapas, Mexico. I had joined a group of people, and I had this thing with communal living. So I had tried them out for size in different times in my life. But at this particular time, I'm with this group of people in Chiapas. And one of the women that I'm still close to this day, but very close to back then, was pregnant. She was 9 months pregnant with a beautiful son named Zen. But she was pregnant, and today was her Labor Day. So I don't know if you guys know too much about Mexico, but in Mexico, there are parts that get very chilly. So on this beautiful day that baby Zen was born, it was cold and rainy, and we're on this mountain, and it's time for her to give birth. So our beautiful partera, or Mexican midwife, told us, come on up to the mountain. It was in the middle of the night, and she was there awaiting us to have this baby in the car on the way up. Maybe it was like a 30-minute drive. Grace is like, I don't know how many of you guys have had babies when the body's like, let's contract and bear down, baby, you cannot fight it. So she's like, I gotta push. I'm like, no, I'm playing Usher. It's a whole situation. But it was beautiful in its own sense. And that's when I came into the awareness and the understanding that herbs are so vital in the magical dance of birth. And when we got there, Grace ripped all of her clothes off. Her guy was there assisting her. Our midwife was there, older woman, much older woman, in this village. And we're doing the maternal cha-cha. So she gives her chamomile. In Mexico, chamomile is known as manzanilla. It is a very beautiful, gentle herb. I love chamomile for my children. I love chamomile for myself and my nerves. For those of you that don't know, I lived in Mexico for the past 3 years. I'm just recently moved back to the US, and it's been a gift thus far. But I was living in Mexico for a while with my 2 babies. And in every supermarket, you can find chamomile. Not just the tea, but like where all of the vegetables are, like your onions, your zucchini, your carrots, chamomile, basil, rue, like the beautiful Mary Lou just shared with us. Thank you for your offering. I so enjoyed that. Rue, you can find all of these herbs in the markets, and it's common, which I find so beautiful. So she's on her journey, on her way to have this baby, and the partera, or the midwife, gives her chamomile. Now, chamomile is a mild sedative. It's beautiful for anxiety and depression, but when it comes to labor, it induces labor and it stimulates contractions in the body. I don't got no chamomile on me right now. I probably have some in here because it's a little stress relief tea, but chamomile is wonderful. And she was given chamomile. She had that baby naturally in this, I'm not going to call it a shack, but they're village casitas. And it was just eye-opening and wonderful for me. Post-birth, baby's out, he's healthy, he's crying and yelling in this world, and she was given cinnamon. Now, the thing about cinnamon is there are 2 different kinds of cinnamon. There's cassia and Ceylon cinnamon. Cassia is considered toxic to the body in high amounts, so I would stay away. But Ceylon cinnamon is medicine. And in this particular case, it was wonderful for muscle pain. So she was immediately given Ceylon or cinnamon tea post-birth. And it's great for muscle pains, those postpartum contractions after birth. And it's also amazing for postpartum depression, especially in comparison with maca and ashwagandha. It's just a beautiful trio to help balance out the hormones and bring the body to ease after that beautiful baby comes into the world. For those of you that also don't know, there is a cinnamon ointment when it comes to birth and the stretching of our bodies. Sometimes we do tear. Oopsie. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes we do tear. So cinnamon ointment is really amazing for healing any type of stretching or tearing that happens within birth. So it was beautiful. And for me to see such an initiation of birth and herbs paired with that was such a gift. So there, that. I will share very quickly, and everything that I'm sharing with you, I am going to put in ebook form because that is my gift to you all for absolutely free. I know this is combining so much information into a short span of time. So I'll tell you about that on the back end of my herbal spiel. But for birth tea, instead of taking a capsule or a liquid, what do you call it? Say, Oh my gosh, guys. So now you've met Jazmyn in person. The pills that you take, help me out, y'all, when you're pregnant. A prenatal, ay Dios mío, a prenatal. Thank you, Jade. Instead of taking a prenatal in capsule form from the store, I took an herbal prenatal. So in that herbal prenatal, I made an herbal mix every single night of red raspberry leaf, oat straw, alfalfa, and nettles. Red raspberry leaf is really high in iron. Nettles is just a very beautiful plant. If you look at nettles in the plant itself, it has its roots, like its root structure, right? But it has an extremely long taproot. And that taproot goes really deep into the earth to pull out all of those vital nutrients really deep into the earth. And it's just powerful when it comes to nutrition for a pregnant mama or just us in general. So nettles are high in vitamins A, C, K, magnesium, calcium. It was beautiful. That was in the mix. There was also oat straw. Oat straw is wonderful when it comes to breastfeeding. Oat straw is great for breast milk production, especially accompanied by cumin and fenugreek. And then there was also alfalfa. Alfalfa is wonderful. I like the taste of alfalfa. It's kind of grassy, but it's wonderful for babies. Alfalfa is great for babies' growth. It's high in vitamin K. And also, they ask you post-birth. I don't know if they still do it, but they'll ask you if you want vitamin K drops for babies' eyes. And sometimes we don't know what's in it, right? We don't know all of what's keeping those vitamin K drops stable. So alfalfa is great to have during pregnancy because it gives us that vitamin K for babies' eyes to be as sharp and strong as they need to be. So we don't have to do too many of those outside supplements for baby as soon as baby comes into this world and trying to get acquainted. So yes, that was the body aspect of this. I had some red raspberry leaf back here somewhere, but we're going through it. I'm trying to stay as much on time as possible because when it comes to the herbs, child, I just be going. I'm so inspired. I love them. They're such allies. They're friends at this point. And the journey of herbalism is it's healing, not just to the body, but to the mind. I've seen it to be healing to my bloodline, the people around me, and the business that I've been able and blessed to build from this has healed certain rifts in my family. So herbs are healing. Herbs are healing. This is now a family business for me. So last but not least, this is the soul portion of my journey. So went to Hawaii, had babies in Hawaii, or one more baby because I had two. So I had my daughter in Hawaii naturally in a birth pool. The water was cold. So she came out like, where are we? What are we doing? What's going on? But I caught her. And I wanted to be conscious enough during that birth dance to say, I'm going to catch my own baby. And I did. So a few snaps for Jazmyn. Moving on, went to Hawaii. I'm going to plug up my phone too while we're chatting. Went to Hawaii and came back to Mexico. And in my journeying back to Mexico, I had the honor of getting this really, really beautiful home. The home was beautiful. They had just started building stuff, but the number of the home was 33, right? So in my nice little 33 house, oopsie, in my nice little 33 house, 33 is a master number. 33 is the number of strength and teaching and spiritual guidance and groundedness. And that's when I came into the understanding that, you know what, I'm not about to keep doing this online job. I'm going to keep my herbal path and I'm going to start speaking. So I built intimately.jazz, as some of you guys know, and I started giving away free herbal game online. It's my passion. I love what I do. And yeah, my first love offering was soursop leaves. I started going out in Mexico, taking my shoes off, foraging. I learned the art of foraging. And that's what you'll see on IG, me barefoot somewhere in somebody's plants, backyard, forest, rainforest, wilderness, somewhere. And yeah, so I started offering soursop. Let's talk about her a little bit. Soursop, for those of you guys that may not know. Soursop is a beautiful tree, beautiful lime green leaves, delicious fruit. The fruit of soursop is so good if you haven't tried it. And it's powerful. So I'll grab it really quickly just to show you guys. But soursop is wonderful for the immune system. It boosts immunity. It gets rid of free radicals in the body. And free radicals are basically molecules that have went crazy. And they're unstable and they bring chaos to the body. And when free radicals are all over, that turns into oxidation. And oxidation moves forward to oxidative stress, which is what causes heart disease, heart failure, cancer, neurodegenerative diseases. And there's a very beautiful compound in soursop leaves that is really high in antioxidants, which helps that oxidation get removed from the body. And that's why they're so healing. Everybody's talking about soursop leaves for cancer, but it's great for so many things. So I was blessed enough to start to offer soursop as a gift to the world. And that's where I got my start. But that's just a little bit of my herbal journey in my travels and how I jumped into it. And I hope that you all got so much from that. And it's just been such an honor to share a little bit about herbs within my travels. Thank you.
Thanks, Jazz. We appreciate it. Now, I know the video quality was a little choppy, but honestly, I didn't even, like mind it because the information you was giving was so amazing. I didn't even notice it half the time. For those of you all who weren't able to see the herbs, we're gonna have Jazmyn. Jazmyn, if you could just send me a text of all the herbs that you mentioned that you showed, and we will, in our email, we will beautiful pictures along with the names of all of the herbs that Jazmyn showed us so that you all can experience the herbs. So we can do like 1 or 2 questions, Jazmyn. Our next speaker is here. So I do want to do 1 or 2 questions. Yeah. Let's see.
Sure.
Can you list the herbs again that was in that first mixture, the Jamaican tonic that you discussed? What were the herbs in there?
Sure. So cheney root, sarsaparilla, balm of Gilead, Jamaican strongback, raw moon, which is RAMOON. There can be papaya leaf, and sage.
Awesome.
And that was
Next slide. We can do 2. Sarsaparilla is safe for children to take as well as during pregnancy.
That's something that you want to cross effort is looking after your beautiful journey medically. But I did, and I know so many that do. It's said that you shouldn't, but Google is completely outside of the realm of Indigenous medicine. So yes.
Can you repeat that first bit that you mentioned? You were cut off a little bit. So what was the first few words you mentioned?
I said that I
Oh no, we lost Jazmyn. It's totally fine. It was actually time for us to go on to our next session. Oh, she's joining us again. Um, so Jazmyn, it is
oh
time.
no, I don't know what happened.
It's okay.
No
We're gonna
worries.
wrap it up. It's time to bring on our next speaker. So like I told everyone, what is happening is you all are just going in so much and so deep, and then I don't want to interrupt you all because we're getting deep into the medicine that is not, we're not having time for Q&A. So while Jazmyn works out her tech issues, we're gonna move on to our next speaker.